All right, I think I'm back. Somebody let me know if I'm back. Somebody let me know when I'm back. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Anthony. I am back. Hopefully everything looks and sounds all right. All right. Now I got to give people opportunity to come in. Got to give people opportunity to come in. Oh my goodness. I see why I was so slow in doing all of that other stuff. It was trying to update about 5 different things at one time. So, shutting it down, restarting it, hopefully did the trick. And we're not updating anything. Let me see, did they give me some of my stuff back? They still didn't give me my stuff back. Uh, Show me my assets. Okay. Give it a few minutes, get everybody else back in. Hopefully everything is better. After this show, I got to go out and cut the grass. I'm going to wait probably till about 8 o'clock because it'll still be light out. And, I don't have like a huge lawn. I'm not Moesha or anything like that. So I don't have a huge lawn. I can cut my lawn probably in about 15 minutes. So come on in. Come on in. Just giving it a couple more minutes. Couple more minutes. Down about half the people. It took a while for people. Wait a minute. Hold on. I am missing some channels. Streaming. That one says sending data. Streaming. That one should be on. That one should be on. Oh, hold on. Off. On. All right. Everything is streaming except the Afternoon Experiment YouTube page. I'll have to check that out when the show is over. I'll check that out when the show is over. Moesha and Ron, have y'all been talking to each other? This language that you using is unusual. It's unusual. I saw Jarika in here at some point. But all right, let me get to it. So last week, I was telling y'all I had to go to get my car looked at because somebody backed into my car pulling out of their parking space at Kroger. Just, hit it real quick. Didn't bust no windows or anything like that. Just a real quick, nice thump. But the door is slightly bent. So when I close the door, it doesn't close all the way at the top. So I went to wash the car. I wasn't even thinking about it. I went to wash the car after it happened, and I look, and it's, water coming in through the, I'm like, oh, I gotta go in. So I get an estimate. Not gonna get to have them fix the car. They gave me the estimate, which is a ridiculous, $2,900? $2,900 to get that fixed. The door is bumped, and it's a little dent at the very bottom of the fender on the passenger side in the front. I'm not paying $2,900 to get that fixed. Y'all know me. You know what I did. I looked it up. I found the door in the same color, because that's all they're going to do is replace the door. Oh, we're going to have to replace the door, and then we'll have to paint, and then we'll have to do the fender, and we'll have to... I'm not doing all of that. I found the door for $400. I'm going to buy the door. It's the same color as the car. It might not match perfectly, but it's the same color as the car. I'm gonna pay $400 and I'm gonna replace that door. Um, the person did not have insurance, and so they're not gonna pay for it. And it's kind of an older car, so I don't carry full coverage on it. I don't carry full coverage on it. Plus, my deductible is like 500. The part is 400. The part is 400. It'll be cheaper for me to just buy the door, put it on, than have the insurance do it for 500. And I'm not paying no $2,900 to get that car fixed. Not doing it. $400. You have a winner. I'm gonna go pick up the door, and I will put it on. That's simple. You know what I'm saying? I can save a little money. I believe in saving money. I believe in doing stuff, on my own. But since I was there, I had them look at. I also need to change my shocks in the rear. So I went to, jacked up the car, pulled off the tire, went to, I have my impact wrench, and went to take off the bolt that runs through the bottom of the shock. It would not come off. It would not come off. So while I was there, I said, can y'all get that bolt off the bottom end of the passenger side shock in the back? And they said, sure, we can do that. I said, cool. So I'm sitting there. An hour go by, 2 hours go by. I'm like, it don't take that long. So then they come and they say, oh, we can't get it off. They say that the head is a little stripped. You're going to have to replace the bolt. I say, okay, that's cool. How much is the bolt? They say it's $7. No problem. No problem. Pay the $7. They like, oh, but we got to order the bolt. I'm like, okay, well, when will the bolt be in? They say it'll be in tomorrow. Can you come in tomorrow? Well, that was the day that I had to go to the doctor. So I said, okay, I'll come in, after the doctor. I go in, what was that, Thursday? I go in on Thursday, because this was either Monday or Tuesday. I don't remember. I remember the day after the doctor, I go back in. They like, all right, they take the car back. They come back. They like, okay, the bolt came right out. I'm like, okay, well, cool. Just replace the bolt. And they like, can you come and look at it? Why am I looking at it? I go back there. I look. I say, no, that's the driver's side. Didn't you say the driver's side? No, I didn't say the driver's side. I said the passenger side like 10 times. Y'all kept saying driver's side. I kept saying, no, it's the passenger side. They're like, oh, okay. And then they go back, waiting there another hour, whatever. Finally, they come back. Say, oh, we can't get it off. That's the same thing y'all said before. So, well, we might have to, apply some heat to it, and so you might have to replace some other parts. I said, that's cool. I just need the shock off because my car is riding dangerous. Like when I'm riding on the highway and I hit a bump, I can feel the back end of it kick off to the side. It's dangerous. I can't drive around like that. So I'm like, okay, cool. Whatever gotta happen. But I need that bolt out of there. So they say, okay, go back another hour or so. And then they're like, oh, by the way, the replacement bolt didn't come in. What? It didn't come in. So I've been sitting here all this time and y'all don't even have a part. Okay. So they say, well, do you need the car? Well, yes, that's how I get around. Unless y'all got a loaner car. Oh, no. We can't do a loaner car. Okay, cool. I take the car. They say, come back tomorrow. I say, all right, come back tomorrow. We go through the same thing. Oh, but we don't have a part in. Oh, you don't know how mad I was. We don't have a part in. So then I go in Saturday, finally get the part in, take the bolt out, man, put the new bolt in, whatever. And then of course I get it home on Saturday, jack it up, replace the shocks in the back. It's a super simple job. It's only 3 bolts. But, that one was seized in there. So I replaced that. So I was good. But yes, that was a whole odyssey just to get one bolt. No, because one of them days, that's right, the second day, the second time, they said we ordered the wrong bolt. We ordered the bolt for the lower control arm in the back and not the bolt for the shock. Y'all don't know how mad I was. Y'all don't know how mad I was. Y'all done spent all these days here waiting on one bolt. But it finally got done. The car rides beautifully now. Got no problems. I replaced the the front struts a while ago. And I see a few people saying, get a new car. Why would you? Is that how y'all operate? Oh, my shocks went bad. Let me buy a new car. That's how y'all operate? Who does that? I remember I was talking about fixing my brakes at one point, replacing my brakes, because it's time for me to replace my brakes in the front. Just replacing the pads. I got to order those when I get off of here. But that's how y'all operate. Hold on, let me see. Who said it? Because somebody said, just buy a new car. Where is it? And to me, I don't want to call nobody no bad names. Hold on. Get a newer car. Get a newer car. You're too grown to be driving a bucket. So when your shocks go out, or when you need new shocks, they didn't go out, but when you need new shocks, y'all just buy a new car. When you need brake pads, y'all just go buy a new car. That's how y'all get down. That's mind-boggling to me. Hold on, who else? Somebody else said go buy a new car. Man, just get a new car. That's how y'all get down. I don't get down like that. I drive my car until it won't drive no more, to a satisfactory condition. Again, I replaced the struts in the front. I replaced the shocks in the back. Now it rides perfectly. I almost feel like a new car. Mechanically, I keep my car in good shape because I do a lot of stuff myself. Save a lot of money that way. But Raphael, is that what you telling me, that when whatever vehicle you driving right now, the next time it need brakes, you just gonna say F it and go buy a new car? That to me is crazy and even lazy. Either go pay somebody to put the brake pads on or put the brake pads on yourself, but I'm gonna go buy a new car. You got money like that? You got money like that? Ron, you got money like that. So if you took your car to the shop and they said, oh, you need new shocks in the back, you'd be like, F it. I'm gonna just buy a new car. When I tell these little stories and that's the response I get, I think y'all crazy. Hold on. Moesha says, bruh, you ain't got no windows. Who said it ain't got no windows? It's got windows. It's just a little bend and it's a little, it's a trickle of water when I ran it through the car wash. So I'll buy a new door and put it on. And putting on the new door ain't nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 5, maybe 6 bolts. That's it. I don't understand people who will not learn how to fix stuff that you can fix easily. Like I said, replacing them shocks in the back. I think they wanted, I did the thumbs up, I'm sorry. Replacing them shocks in the back, I think they wanted like $700 or $800 to do that. But I think I bought the parts, the shocks themselves, OEM, for what, $75 for the pair, and replaced them. Again, I got my impact wrench. Take the old one out, put the new one in, thread it through, thread the top, thread the top, take my torque wrench, put the tire back on. That's the whole job. And y'all think buy a new car? That's y'all plan? It's a door. It's a door. You know how easy it is to replace a door? I couldn't help with the side effect, with the sound effects. Y'all know how easy it is to replace a door? It's like 2 bolts up here, it's 2 bolts down here, and then there's that little thing to keep the door from flapping all the way out. It's 1 bolt there. You pull out the little wire and disconnect the electrical thing, take that door off, take the new door, 2 bolts here, 2 bolts there, 1 bolt there, close it. Job done. Buy a new car. Come on. No, but I'm not riding in no raggedy ass car. You really think needing new shocks make a car raggedy? Come on, y'all. I need some of y'all men to stand up and be men. Damn it, stand up and be a man. Learn how to do something. Come on. Learn how to do something. And I'm not even necessarily saying that if you're not handy with tools and that you're not a real man, but to me, unless you're like wealthy, because I get time is money, right? So if I'm, you know what I'm saying, if I was sitting on a couple $1 million, then no, I'm probably not going to be out there changing my shocks, all right? Go ahead, $800 ain't nothing. $800 ain't nothing, change the shocks. I don't want to get out there and spend the 25 minutes, I timed it, the 25 minutes that it takes to change both shocks in the back. I get that if I'm independently wealthy. But shocks was really cheap. OEM. Why not fix stuff that you can fix? But man, I don't know what it is. Some of these men nowadays, y'all just be sitting there. It ain't like, oh, time is money. What are you doing with your time? You're not independently wealthy. You got time on a Saturday to get up under the car and do something, change your oil. Do y'all not? A lot of men, believe it or not, nowadays don't know how to change oil. Like that. I don't know. It's crazy to me. But people are different. People are different. And again, I'm not saying you're not a man if you don't know how to do stuff. But when anything go wrong with my car, I check it out. If I can't figure it out, now I will pay money to a shop to tell me what's wrong with it and give me an estimate. Usually estimates are free, but like if my check engine light come on, they do the diagnostics on it. I got one of them diagnostics machines, and sometimes it ain't real clear about what's wrong with it. I really need to buy a more updated one, but it ain't really clear about what's wrong with it. I'll take it to a shop. And what are they charging now? Like $160 per hour or whatever it is for diagnostics. I give you that. Tell me what's wrong with the car. Give me an estimate. It's like, oh, you got a sensor that's bad. Oh, how much is that? Well, that'll be $795 because we got to take this off and take that off and take this off and take that off to get to the sensor. I go on YouTube. I look up my car. I say how much. I say replace whatever oxygen sensor or O2 sensor. Replace O2 sensor. Boom. They show me a video. Usually lasts about 10 minutes. I watch the video and I'm like, I can do that. I can do that. It took him 10 minutes. It'll probably take me 20. He did some editing. And, you always got to plan for something bad to happen. Go out there. Take that off. Take that off. Got a big breaker bar. Sometimes stuff don't want to come loose. Take that off. Woo. That was it. Take the part off, put the new part on, and just tighten everything back up where it was. How much did the part cost? $20. So you just saved $780? Yep. For about 25 minutes of time. Yep. Sure did. Somebody asked what kind of car I got. I got a Honda Pilot. It's 2011 Honda Pilot. Runs perfectly. Runs perfectly. Now it's got a bit of a dent in the door now. But other than that, it runs perfectly. The shocks ain't even bad no more. It runs smooth. I don't put a whole lot of miles on the car, so it's only got, I think, just over 152,000 miles on it, because I just, it had like 100. I don't know why seeing a lot of zeros at the end makes me feel better, but it was at 152,000 miles exactly on either Saturday or Sunday. Had to be Saturday. It was at 152,000 miles exactly. Car runs perfectly. Buy a new car. You sound like a lady. Not even a smart lady. You know what I'm saying? Smart ladies be like, just get it fixed. Keep the car. It runs well. Why would you want to get rid of it? I don't understand brothers nowadays. All right, but enough of that. Enough of that. Speaking of, hold on, one more thing on that, just to reiterate. Brothers, this is just my experience. This is just my experience. Ladies like men who are handy. They like that and respect that. To some of them, it's sexy to see the man jack the car up and, do some work on it. For some ladies, take my word for it, that is sexy. Come in with a little dirt under your fingernails. Ooh. I'm just saying, it don't even necessarily have to be a car. I saw Janice say something about the house. Yes. Yes. I replace stuff in the house all the time. Like I said, when the in the refrigerator, remember I've had 2 issues with that refrigerator. 2 issues. Fixed them both. They were expensive issues that ended up costing me like $25 once and nothing the second time. I actually had called to have a service person come and look at it. And something said, just take it apart. Just take it apart and look at it. Y'all know I replaced the one thing in the back. I don't remember what it was called, but had the water go through. I replaced that. No problem. The ice maker wasn't working right. I don't know nothing about no ice maker. And I had looked up videos and nothing, struck me as that looks like it's easy. It's too much diagnostics and I don't know how to do all of that stuff. And I had called the guy to come out and something said, open it up and look at it. I opened it up. I looked at it. I don't know how to describe it, but it's a little thing that when the ice gets made, it kind of kicks the ice out into the bucket. It was some ice stuck in there. I took a little screwdriver, little hammer, broke all the ice up, put it all back together. Probably about 10 minutes later, it was making ice. I was like, that was it. And they was charging, I forget how much they charged just to come to the house and look at it. I called them and canceled. I'm good. Cost me nothing but opening it up and looking at it. And you know what Mrs. Livingston was like, you fixed it? I'm like, yeah. Because I do that. So I'm telling you, fellas, a lot of ladies, maybe not all, a lot of ladies love it when you fix stuff. They love it when you fix stuff. Learn how to fix stuff. You can learn how to fix just about anything on YouTube. And then you can assess, is that a job? Because there's been jobs that I looked at and said, I don't know that I can do that. So let me take it to the shop and pay this horribly exorbitant price or whatever the word is. But usually I'll be like, I can do that. I can do that. I don't just go buy a new car. I just go buy a new refrigerator. Why? When I can buy this part for $25 and put it on. Just go buy a new house. Oh, yeah, you're right, because I got to replace some pipes. Come on. Yeah, that's one of the things I do. I lay pipe in the house, if need be. And sometimes just for fun. So you got, fellas, you'll save a lot of money just learning how to do stuff. And I can't speak to women, oh, they respect you more. I don't know about all of that. But I can tell you that there are women who think that it is sexy. That I can tell you. Hold on, something going on with this computer now. All right, go there. All right. E-Man, do you have stuff sitting around in your yard? I got a few things in the backyard. Yes, I do. But I'm actually, believe it or not, just coincidentally, I'm renting a U-Haul tomorrow. Renting a U-Haul tomorrow and taking all that stuff up to Rumpke. I already reserved it and everything. So I'm cleaning out all of that stuff tomorrow. All of that stuff. I just replaced a screen door. And I got the screen door. So I got the screen door just sitting out back. And I got it's a chair that I bought that I put together, but I decided I didn't want, and that's going. I got a few things in the house that's going. Like Mrs. Livingston don't know it, and don't tell her. But she got one of them, I call them big back TVs. You know, back in the day before they was flat screen. And this is a 32-inch, which ain't nothing nowadays. I get it. 32-inch TV ain't nothing nowadays. But one of them old school 32-inch TVs, I had to call somebody over to help me move it. It is too heavy. It take two people to lift that thing up. I probably don't have to call somebody else because I'll have a dolly. But that's going away. She want to keep it. I don't know why she want to keep it, but she want to keep it. I don't like that TV. It's going away tomorrow. I'll replace it with another TV. I don't have a problem with that, but she want to keep that TV. No, it's not happening. Yes, it is one of them TVs. We are not keeping that big back TV. And I've been trying to get rid of it for years. For years, I've been trying to get rid of that TV. But she loves that TV. That's going. She got an old, I'm putting it all on her. I got some stuff here too that's going to the junkyard or to Rumpke. But she got an old surround sound system that's like, like I don't even know if it worked. Like we've been together for, I always get this number wrong, 14, maybe 16 years, something like that. That TV been sitting there. For 14 or 16 years. And every once in a while, I just move it to the other side of the room because she want it moved. I need to put something here. Can you move that TV to over there? Oh my God, Jesus, help me. I'm not saying Jesus help me, because I'm saying Jesus help me, give me physical strength to lift that big TV. That's what I'm asking. Jesus, give me the physical strength. Like, endow me with the power of Samson, because I got to pick up that big ATV and move it to the other side of the room for no reason. And every few years, she want to move to a different spot. Can you move it, TV? It's going. It is going away. It is going away. The surround sound system I've seen once since we've been together. And I only seen it because she opened up the thing that it was in. And I was like, what is that? She was like, oh, this is surround sound. I was like, that ain't no surround sound. What is that? She was like, it's surround sound. I was like, okay. I ain't seen it even since then. If you got something that you done had stored away that's old electronics for 14 years plus, just get rid of it. It'll be another 10 years before she realizes. She'll notice that the big back TV is gone because it's huge. But she won't notice that surround sound is gone. She won't notice that. It's so much stuff. It's so much stuff that's got to go. It's got to go, and it's going tomorrow. Oh, and I won't be on tomorrow. Just so y'all know, I'll be on the rest of the week. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'll be here. But tomorrow, that big back TV gotta go, and a lot of stuff around here gotta go. It's just got to go. Stuff got to get out of here. The screen in the backyard, it's got to go. But yeah, I'm just saying, fellas, learn how to fix stuff if you can. Women tend to like it. All right, enough of that. Shooting at Bramble Park. Somehow I knew when I heard about this, somehow I knew that black people would get the blame. I knew when I heard it, I said black people are about to get the blame for this. Black people are about to get the blame for this. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that maybe a black person didn't do it. I believe more than likely black people did it. Or at least one or two black people were shooting. But somehow black people as a whole got the blame from some black people. I heard somebody even suggest that maybe black people basically just need to stay in the house. Now think about that. You've been in a situation where there was a big crowd of people, hundreds, if not thousands of people, doing what they do, having fun, having a ball, just enjoying life. And one or two, what people like to call knuckleheads, thugs, criminals, whatever. One or two people, LaDonna says, where's that park? It's in Madisonville. But one or two people do something bad. And somehow, the hundreds or thousands of people somehow are now responsible for what those two people did. I don't understand that. Y'all know I like to think about things, because to me, you should be consistent. So when they were at that concert in Las Vegas some years ago, and the person opened up fire from the hotel room and it sounded horrible. I was about to do some more sound effects. It sounded horrible. People didn't blame white people gathering for that guy. People said, this fool opened up fire on this concert. They went in, they got him. I think they killed him, I believe, in a shootout or something. I don't really remember. But the bottom line is, they didn't blame white people and say, oh, we can't have no more concerts in Las Vegas because a white person shot up a concert. White people are somehow responsible for this. No, you know who was responsible? That guy. I think it might have been like, maybe they blamed his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend or something else. But everybody that they blamed, sort of, was connected to him. They didn't blame the people at the concert. They didn't blame the people who put on the concert. They didn't blame the performer at the concert. They blamed the guy who opened fire. It wasn't, I guess white people need to just stay home. It wasn't a whole lot of older white people calling in talking about, well, what can we do to stop this? We need to take responsibility for our own concerts. You didn't hear none of that. It was this maniac. Now, look, granted, there are some differences. Clearly, there's some differences. And violence that happens in the community, we have to find a way to address it. And when I say we, I don't mean black people. I mean the whole, because it's not just a black people thing, even though a lot of people think it's just a black people thing. It's not. So it needs to be addressed. There's got to be a way to address it. Everybody think they got the answer. Everybody think they got the answer. I heard somebody calling in, well, we need to organize and do our own security at these events. You really think? This is my question when I hear people say stuff like that. And I'm not even against that. I'm not against it. Great, organize, do security at our events. Great. But do you really think people who are, I don't know what happened. Let's say an argument broke out. Two people decided to, whatever, and have a shootout right there. You think community volunteers, security guards was going to stop that? Or if there was a particular person that they were trying to take out at that moment, you think the community volunteer security guards is going to stop that? I know they do stuff like that where there's a police presence too. So what's going to stop? And again, I'm not saying organizing to help create more security at these events is a bad idea. But that's not the answer. And I saw people commenting, because, I was watching the chat. Oh, you preaching now. Oh, tell them. That's the answer. Oh, you got it. Oh, he's saying it. And I'm like, okay, what he's saying sounds good, but all of these people who claim they got the answer. I got the answer. I know what the answer is. This is what we need to do. This is what we need to do. Organize it. Because trust me, if I knew the answer, this stuff wouldn't be happening no more. Because I know the answer. I mean, look, I know the answer. I'm talking about the real answer. Let me distinguish the two. Okay, the answer that I know, hey, everybody, stop shooting each other. There's your answer. I know the answer. But that's not the real answer. Because if it was that simple, we just do it. Hey, how do we get rid of poverty? Everybody, stop being poor. All right, he told me stop being poor, so I'm going to go out and start my own business and become a multimillionaire. Hey, life is great. If it were that easy, hey, just do it. I got all the answers. If it's that easy, parents, take care of your kids and be responsible for your kids. Bam. Oh, there you go. Most of our problems are gone. Fathers, learn how to fix some stuff and take care of your kids. Be in their lives, take care of them, not just send a check and be a weekend person. Be in their lives every day, pour it into them. Bam, answer, answered, problem solved. Better yet, people, wait till you get married to have sex, and in particular to have children, and raise all of your children in a good, stable, two-parent household with good morals and values. Teach them right from wrong, teach them economics, teach them history, teach them all that stuff. Bam, problem solved. Problem solved. A lot of times when you hear people talk about they got the answer, they got the answer, they got the answer, it's something generic like that. Why don't we organize and then we can be security and we can stop all of this? It's not that simple. Stop being poor. All right, thank you. I never thought of that. You're a genius. He preaching. Answers ain't that simple. So if I had the answer, this stuff wouldn't be happening no more. Which is why I say people don't have the answer. We don't have the answer. When you saying that you have the answer, you don't have the answer. None of us do. A lot of us might have a little piece of the answer, and that just be like not even a little piece of the answer. Like, look, it's easy for me to say, fathers, take care of your kids. How do we convince the fathers to do that? See, that's the thing. Anybody can say, let's do this. And I get tired of hearing people complain about people complaining. What? That don't make no sense, Emanuel. I know it's crazy, but I get tired of hearing people complain about people complaining. Yes, people are going to see problems, and people are going to complain about those. Why don't you do something to fix the problem? Because they too busy complaining. They save all their energy so they can complain. Well, you're complaining about them complaining, so why don't you fix the problem so they don't have a problem to complain about? All y'all deep-ass black people. Y'all so deep, y'all got all the answers. Y'all so deep, y'all mad at everybody complaining about the problems that we all see. If you got the answer, then fix it. But you don't have the answer either. But instead of you even focusing on maybe trying to complain about it, to raise awareness of it, you focus on complaining about the people complaining about the problem. A lot of times when people are complaining about the problem, people are under the mistaken notion that other people don't really see the problem. Other people see the problem. They see it. They know people shooting into crowds at a park where there's families and children is bad. So why do you have to say that? Because the people think that people don't know. And they think, man, if I say it, and just express this outrage, then it'll bring awareness, and people with their awareness will fix the problem. So at least in their mind, in a twisted way, it's a little twisted. They trying to help with the problem. But all y'all deep asses, all they want to do is complain. All they want to do is complain about the problem. They don't want to do nothing to fix the problem. They just want to complain about the problem. You just want to complain about people, complain about the problem, so you can seem like you so deep because you ain't complaining about the problem. You ain't that damn deep. You just taking every opportunity that you can to somehow make black people seem like they worse than they are. And it frustrates me. I bet if they had a white party, then they would all show up. What that got to do with anything? And yes, I've heard, y'all know how many times I've heard that. People will take and pick out anything to diminish the issues that we have so that they can complain about the people. How is people liking to go to a white party damaging to our community? But y'all say it like somehow if we didn't have white parties, all these problems would be solved. They wouldn't. How do that make you feel good to bash people for complaining about things that they should be complaining about. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. So I'm not here to tell you that I got the answer. I'm not here to tell you that I got the answer. Unless, of course, you count stop being poor. It's like, oh, that's it. Unless you count nonsense like that as the answer. Parents, take care of your children. Unless you count that as the answer, I don't have the answer. I don't have the answer for that. I got a couple people telling me to shut up. Hold on. I always like those. Let's try that. Jack says, shut up. Okay, here we go. This is good podcasting here. I don't think that's solving any problems, Jack. Can you tell me, while I'm following your advice, how this is helping? It's not. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. Twin.
What's up, little man, gorgeous? Welcome back, buddy.
Twin, how you doing?
I'm all right. How you doing? You been in the slingshot all week. Came up with all these excuses and everything.
I've been in a what?
Man, that's a slingshot.
Oh.
Let them guys run up in you over the weekend. That's on you, man.
Nobody ran up in me. Nobody ran up in me.
Do your wife's TV still work?
Yeah, it does.
How you gonna throw it away? That's a throwback.
Nobody watching that big ass TV.
Still, man, why would you throw it away as a throwback though?
You want it?
No, I don't want it.
Exactly. Nobody wants it. That's why.
You can take it to some antique shop. They'll take it.
Don't nobody want that big. I'll give it to you, and then you take it to the antique shop.
No.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, you something else. I thought they said at first that guy that did that shooting out there in Vegas was terrorist at first. Didn't they say that?
Say that one more time.
Before they even said he was. I thought they said that guy that did that shooting in Vegas. I thought they said he was a terrorist at first.
I'm not sure what they said at first, but we figured out that, or at least they claim that they figured out, it was just kind of some lone gunman. But my point is they didn't blame the white community for that gunman. They only blamed that gunman.
And what happened at Bramwell Park?
Apparently, what was it? 5 or hold on, let me see here. 5 people were shot, I think, including like a 8-year-old.
In broad daylight.
Yes, I don't know why that makes a difference to people, but yes.
It was a drive-by.
They say they don't know all the details of, or at least the last reports that I read, they don't know the details. They don't really have a suspect. They just know that it happened.
Oh, I didn't know this. Well, I heard it on the radio earlier, though, but I didn't know that. Dang,
yeah, it was an event put on by some people, to bring families and community together. And so it was kind of marred by an act of violence. And somehow it's the black community's fault that someone or a couple of people decided to open fire in a park at an event geared towards community and family.
I'll put it like this. Guns don't have a time and date on them. When they're ready to release, they ready to release. So guns don't have a time and date on them.
Hold on, did you what? Wait, hold on. You said guns don't have a what?
Time or date on them.
Oh,
So when it's ready release, it's ready release. So people look at it like the black community this, black community that, and they try to figure out what's got to stop. I'm like, yeah, man, ain't no solution to this. It can be if people sit down and put their strategy together and figure out some how can we stop all this killing and everything else. But you gotta look at the government. Y'all don't want to pass this bill for these little young people who can tote guns and everything and don't know how to shoot. Y'all don't want to pass the law for it, so I can't really, too much blame this crazy killing now.
I
The
think the
government on
government
me.
I think the government is part of the problem, but I don't think they're the full problem because while the government may say people can carry guns, the government also says it's illegal to just go randomly shooting in a park. So I don't know that you can blame the government on one hand and then say it ain't the government's fault because we understand that people don't always follow the rules. It's kind of a wash if you ask me. I mean, that's part of it, but that ain't the solution, clearly. Hold on, why is this thing talking?
But I don't know. I really don't know the solution, to be honest. Man. We was gonna fix the problem back in the late '90s or whatever, but late '80s. What is it? Late early '90s, but no, late '90s. What I'm talking about.
Twin, I
But the
can barely
government,
hear you.
can you hear me now?
I think I hear you a little better. Let's see.
Man, that's that little bogus social media thing. You gonna reboot it, man. See if you come to work on time and everything,
It's
it
not,
wouldn't
no,
be
it's
like that.
not social media. It is your phone. You either got me on a speaker, you got me on some jacked up earbuds, or something like that. You're not just using the phone. If you were just using the phone itself, you'd sound much better and we wouldn't have a problem.
I got you on Bluetooth so I can't get caught.
Exactly. You got me on
What
some
you do?
jacked up. What kind of Bluetooth? Oh, we went through this before. So, but anyway, go ahead. Go ahead. What did you think about your boy going up to Detroit?
He was gangster about it, just like the rest of us. I don't, I don't get this, man. Hold on, let me do this. Hold on, hold on. Okay, I can go ahead now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you much better.
See, I look at it like this, man. It's like a back and forth situation. Two wrongs don't make a right, man. One, look at it this. Trump went up there, speak to the black community. When Biden came, he went to go speak to the black community. Warnick brought, I think his name Warnick from Georgia. He brought him to the black church. So what makes the difference, man? Him going up to there or Biden going there? What's so different about it?
I
They
don't think
both
it's
went to
different.
black churches, right?
I don't
Huh?
I don't think it's different. I don't think one candidate going to a black church and another candidate going to a black. I don't see a difference between the two.
But people think just like they talk about on Lincoln Ware show. We see Trump did this. He got 34 counts. He got this and all that. He went to Michigan. Man, what did Biden? Biden did the same thing, right? Went to a black church. So that's what my conflict with these goofies be, man. When they start going back and forth with this politician, well, he did this. He gonna set you back 40 years. Okay, that's your opinion. Well, what happened happened. Whatever. They've been doing stuff over us and everything for years. So whatever happens, happens. It's just a mindset. We can control it. Whatever. It can be stopped. Whatever they're trying to do to us or whatever, it can be stopped. But so now you got your local politicians, whatever, want to put a bug in your ear and yeah, Trump go do this, Trump go. But you got to know the man. If the man's speaking right, making some noise or whatever, if Biden doing the same thing, making some noise, I would jump the ship and vote for him or whatever. But right now, my man ain't set on them or neither one of them right now. I mean, Trump making noise right now.
What
But
what
about
noise
kids,
do you think Trump is making that's positive
I think
for black people?
I think I think he got something up his sleeve. He gonna come up with something, go help the black community out.
Like
He
what?
just
What
ain't
what
gonna
has he
dog.
come up with so far?
I mean, he go lower the taxes. He already said he go cut the tips away for tax on tips or something like that. I mean, he got some type of agenda. I ain't really didn't get down with the get down really, you know, read off from, but the way he was sounding so far, I think he probably got a plan for the black people. Something, either the urban league to help the inner city and stuff, man. The people with property really hurting and everything. I think he got a big plan for it.
But you think that based on absolutely nothing?
I didn't say based on absolutely nothing. He got something. I don't know what it is.
Right.
But
So what are you basing that on?
I think he got something based on what he was talking about, especially the other day.
What was he talking about that makes you think that?
The way he was talking to the people and how he was, the way he was saying it and everything.
No, what did he say that makes you think that he has some sort of an agenda?
Come on, man. If you ain't watch it or something, we got to go down and break it down.
No, yes, I would love for you to break it down. You made a statement
that
he has a plan and an agenda to help black people. And then I say based on what? And you say based on what he said. It's a fair question to say, well, what did he say to lead you to believe that? That's a fair question.
He was in the inner city, right? He wasn't in no suburbs. He came straight to the hood.
Okay.
And this what he's saying he was going to do. He said, I got a plan that I'm going to help the people that's hurt, the black community and everything. He got a plan to stop the crime, too. They asked him something about the inner city crime and all that. He said he got a plan, and he said, y'all just wait and see. So he was basically saying how immigrants taking over. And they don't want to really tell us. See, he knows something that people ain't taking heed of. Like the immigrants want to really come over here and take our jobs, but they not really. The Democrats don't really want to tell us, which is basically probably true, man.
That sounds to me like I'm gonna be as vague as I possibly can. Pit two minority groups against one another, and then have some people say that I really said something. I gave them a plan when I basically said, I'm going to give you a plan. Just trust me.
I mean, if you got a plan and a great idea and people bite off of it.
Then why not tell people what the plan is?
Maybe he don't want to do it. Biden probably try to, he coming out. He probably holding it for the debate. But I believe he going to come out and tell everybody what's the plan.
Twin, that's not reasonable. That's not reasonable, right?
I know it ain't, but that's why I was telling you a little bit what he was saying.
Okay.
No, I don't know if it's reasonable or not, but I think that's his plan to help. What else?
But he doesn't have a plan to help. Based on what you said, he doesn't have a plan. He said he has a plan, but he can't tell you what the plan is.
That's what he said. He said we'll talk about it another time. Which I guess he'll come back to Michigan because he said he'd come back to that.
But think of how unreasonable that is. Twin, if I told you, Twin, look, Twin, I want you to elect me as your shop steward, right?
I wouldn't do it.
Hold on. Wouldn't do it. But I got a plan. I know how we can make things better for everybody. I got a plan. What's the plan? Oh, I'll tell you later. Just vote for me first.
No, I ain't gonna do that.
Why not? I got a plan.
Because you ain't tell me the plan. What's the plan, though, right now?
Exactly.
Coming from you, I wouldn't believe anything.
But exactly, but Trump is the same. He's also a human. So you can be reasonable if it's not Trump.
I'll believe a white man before I believe anything coming out of your mouth.
I believe that.
Because you play games too much. I know. I'm telling you what I'll do. There ain't nothing if you believe. I'm telling you what I'll do because you play games and I don't know if take you serious or not.
Okay.
I don't know when you serious or not.
Well, let me
just
say it's wise, in my opinion. It's wise to say, just like you said to me, okay, you got a plan. What's your plan? Tell me the plan before I vote for you. That's wise. You should use that same wisdom when a presidential candidate, if a mayoral candidate, if a gubernatorial candidate, if a senatorial candidate or senatorial, I don't remember which it is. If one of them say to you, I got a plan to fix things, it's wise to say, what's the plan?
But I don't believe none of what them local politicians say. I voted for a couple of them, and ain't now one of their plans stand out to me.
But you
When they
believe
say they was gonna do
Trump
this,
based on what? That's what I'm just trying. I'm not saying you're
I didn't say
wrong.
I was.
I'm not, look, twin,
I
I'm
didn't
not
say I was.
telling you that you're wrong. I'm truly trying to understand what is it that you, hold on, Ron. Ron D keep calling in. Hold on, Ron. Call in
No,
when
I
twin
ain't.
is
I
off.
ain't say I'm going. No,
But
I
I'm
didn't say I was gonna vote for him.
right, but you saying you believe him that he has a plan. So in your heart, you truly believe he has a plan to help black people. But I don't understand, and I'm not, again, I'm not telling you wrong. What are you basing that on? That's all I'm asking. So I can understand.
Right. I mean, he said he had a plan to help black people. I was reading for. I gotta really go back and listen to him again because I ain't read. I mean, listen to the whole thing, but the little that I love, like, oh, it sounds like a plan. Whatever. Whatever. I said
Okay.
okay. So people, I mean, to each his own. I just be glad when it's over with all this. Every day, Trump this, Trump that. But what y'all damn other president doing? Biden. Then they get mad at then your
Well, we
uncle and
talked
stuff was
about
on the
him.
radio. Yeah.
He's out stumping as well.
Who is?
Biden.
Biden.
Yeah, they're both out
Oh, I
stumping.
mean, what? I guess if you say so. I don't really, look at the polls be lying, which I don't believe, but that's what they be saying.
I don't believe in
What they
polls
say in the
either.
lead or something.
I'm with you on
Yeah, they
that.
say he was in a. Yeah, they say he was in a lead or whatever. So, to each his own. But did you see that picture of him? Billy Porter kissed him on the hand.
I did.
Oh, you saw it.
Yeah.
Oh, I
I
was just
don't.
making sure.
But here's what I don't understand, and maybe somebody can explain it to me. Why is that photo important in the context of the political season that we're in?
You said what now?
Why is that photo important on any level?
I don't know why it's important. Why they put it up there?
I don't know. I've heard talk about it like, oh yeah,
Over here.
y'all were talking about Tim Scott. What about this? And I'm like, how are you relating those two to one another? What does one have to do with the other?
Because one said I love you, and the other one said I can do anything for you. I bend over, kiss your hand, whatever.
Right, but one is a
difference.
senator hoping to be a vice president, and the other is just some guy, some entertainer. Are we saying that we hold them to the same standard? Like, I don't understand the relevance of Billy Porter kissing his hand, and how are we relating that to Tim Scott kissing Trump's behind?
Man, they gotta go in competition with each other, man. It's blue versus red.
Right, but Billy Porter is not a politician. He's not. He's in no.
I don't know what he. I know he flaming hot or something, ain't he?
Right, but he's in no position to cause any sort of anything significant with the country.
Hey, they put it like this: if you can do better, we can too. It look like this. Tim Scott. Oh, I love you, Trump. I said, oh, okay. Look at this. Look, he talking about he love. Look at this. He got a cupcake kissing his hand, and that's how they playing tick for tack, man. Back and forth girl games and stuff. Just like the ads and stuff. He done spent $50 million on the ad for Trump. Just to go against Trump. $50 million ad. Talking about number his felonies and all that. And it's crazy, man, how these people playing.
All
I just don't really, get into that politician because
All right.
stuff fake to me.
But we did agree you're not voting.
You don't tell me what to do.
We
How you gonna
agree.
tell
I
somebody
didn't
what to
tell
do?
you what to
You
do.
don't- you
We
don't even-
agreed.
You don't even come to work. Sorry, what I
We
listen to you.
agreed that you wouldn't vote. I didn't order you to not vote, which I think I could do as the king of talk. I didn't order you to not vote. We agreed that you wouldn't vote.
Man, you better go change them lug nuts or something off that car. That door, man. I got to change of heart. If I would have felt like waking up.
So you are not. You're not a man of your word.
I'm a man. I'm always a man of my word, but you change your clothes, your drawers and stuff every day, right?
But we agreed.
So I can change my mind.
Oh.
I don't care. I can change my mind, man.
Then
I
don't
don't care what
agree to
we agree on.
stuff. Then that's not fair.
What ain't fair? If
Because
I
I'm
can
sitting
change,
here
I can change my
supporting your
mind.
decision to not vote. And then you like, oh, I changed my mind. I'm sitting here. Now I look like a fool for supporting you who said you wasn't going to vote
That's
against
every
people who.
day how you look. You look like that every day. A fool. So what's new about that? No, man. No. No.
That was
I don't know, man. It's
not as
getting
funny as
closer
you
and
think.
closer, man. So I'll probably, I don't know. I got, what's it, June? Give me to September.
All
If
right.
that man taking off like a 747, I hate to tell you, I was a man of my word. I will, if he didn't leave by September, I hate to say it, I will go for Trump, man.
All right.
I'm gonna tell you that now. And he got,
So
and he got, if
so
he
you
got all
are
the black,
certain. Wait,
if he
just
got,
so I'm clear, and I do
if
have
he
to
got
run
all
up
the
on a
black
break.
votes and
But
everything,
just so I'm clear, you are certain that if you vote, you're voting for Trump. There's nothing that Trump could do to lose your vote, and there's nothing that Biden could do to win your vote.
if the black community, a lot of black people that voted for Trump and everything, especially in my city.
Hold on, but we not
If his league,
talking about that. We talking about you specifically. I'm just checking. There is nothing that Donald Trump could do to lose your vote between now and November, and there's nothing that Biden could do to win your vote between now and November. Nothing. Just if you vote, you are 100% voting for Trump.
I will go for Trump.
Okay.
If I decide to go,
Okay.
I will go for Trump.
All
I
right.
hate to say it and get cussed out or whatever.
I'm not gonna cuss you
If I
out.
wish to decide, I mean, people in the chat or Lincoln Ware show, because somebody will text them right now while we talking. We ain't going for Trump. We ain't going for Trump. Now that is, they want to get me kicked off anyway. So I give them a reason to get me kicked off.
All right. Well, if you find out, tell me what the plan is, okay?
You said what now?
If you find out before I do, tell me what the Donald Trump plan is to save black people.
When he going to Milwaukee? Ain't it coming up soon?
I'm not certain. I don't really keep track of his
I
schedule.
think it's coming up soon.
All right.
Keep track of your own schedule.
Well, that's kind of true.
You saying you off tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'm off tomorrow, but I'm in the rest of the week.
How is it you off tomorrow and stuff? You just came back.
Because I got shit to do.
You got nothing to do, Tom. You ain't got no job.
It's not actually work related. It's other stuff to do. Even if you believe I don't have even if you believe I don't have a job, you can't deny that I'm alive. So I have a life. I don't know that that's deniable.
I understand. You probably don't even come Wednesday. Wednesday, no, ain't that June 10th?
No, I'll be on Wednesday.
So I know you probably ain't gonna come.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, right. That's your excuse.
I intend on being here.
Yeah, we go see. As soon as I look on there, no experience.
I gotta run.
Man, I'm gonna holler at you.
All right.
All right, Ron.
All right, Ron. He's saying you could call in. Now. Look, I'm not like a lot of people. If he want to vote for Trump, and he's already made up his mind, there's nothing Trump could do to change his mind. Like Trump could shoot somebody. It's somebody like Twin who Trump was talking about when he said I could shoot somebody in the middle of Fifth Avenue or whatever and nothing will happen. That's who he was talking about. He's made up his mind. There's nothing that he could possibly do to change it. Like he could go on a murder spree. They could catch him covered in blood. And he would still vote for him. And why is this thing making noise? Oh no, something's making noise. Let me close that. Ron.
Hello, Emanuel.
Ron, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. Happy belated Father's Day, man.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Now, on the situation with Bramble Park, like you said, it ain't no solution. can't nobody find no solution, and can't nobody create a solution. We're gonna all have to ride this until the wheels fall off. Period.
That's
Period. I
that's
mean, you know,
that's the way I see it.
yeah. I mean, you know, it's just it is what it is.
I mean, you can do
But that's
certain things to try your best to mitigate whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? If you see young people
yeah,
and you can pour into them and all that kind of stuff. But I agree with you. There's no
yeah,
solution.
yeah. As far as what Trump was doing for black folk, you know, he ain't said nothing specific.
Okay.
Like everybody else. I'm, right now, I'm feeling like, you know, I'm feeling betrayed, and I'm feeling betrayed because all these black leaders that we have, the Al Sharptons, the you know, the Tim Scotts, the you know, what's his name? What's his name down in Florida? The Republican, and I like dude, man.
I don't
I
know.
hope. I'm sorry.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Donald. What's his
Oh,
name?
what is it?
Oh, yeah,
Donald's is his last name.
yeah.
Is it is it
Hopefully,
Brian or Byron?
yeah. I think it's Byron Don. But I hope he is running mate in the election. Now, Trump did say he was going, erase all the taxes for people getting tips. He was going to erase the taxes for them. I mean, it's good. The immigration issue.
Hold on. Before we move to the immigration issue, and this is a question. It's not an accusation or anything. Would Donald Trump, as the president, have the authority to unilaterally get rid of all taxes?
No, I don't think so. I mean,
Okay.
he'll probably have to go to Congress or something,
Yeah.
to get it. But he's running on that, and he's running on the immigration issue too. Regardless of who gets elected in November, we're headed for trouble. Regardless of who gets elected. Donald Trump said that he was going, round all the immigrants up that came here illegal, and I guess send them back to their home country. Of course, that's unrealistic.
Right.
It's unrealistic. If you've seen I think it was the last Purge movie, that was basically what they were doing, trying to round up all the immigrants, the Hispanic and Latinos. And by the way, you said something about Latino votes, and Latino people are mad about immigration more so than black folk, and it'll be unrealistic to say that black folk won't get affected by the immigration coming here now, because black folks are already affected. You see it in New York, and you see it in Chicago, and you see it in Denver.
It's all over the country,
already,
but people are affected, not just black people, but people in general are affected by everything. So
but it'll affect us more. And I'll tell you one thing about my business. I was the only African American business that did what I do. I transfer people into long-term care facilities. If they want to go to Traditions or Camargo and places like that, I'll go ahead and pack up their stuff, get it all ready to go, move them all that stuff, and then I take care of the items that are left in the house. And if they want to sell their house, I have people that I hook them up with in order to sell their house. Now,
okay,
I was the only African American business that did what I do here. Now, I had a person that he did the auctions for me. If we had a lot of stuff in the house, and he got an idea of what I did, and lo and behold, I've been in business. It'll be 4 years, and lo and behold, last year he now it's a Russian guy. He doing the same thing I'm doing, but he using Hispanics to do it. Now, my cost is, my cost is minimal because I know that I have to keep my costs down because it's white folk that do what I do, but it ain't no black folk that do what I do. So I know that I have to keep my costs down in order to compete with them because, I'm moving older folk. So they in the 70s, 80s. Now, if they're in their 70s and 80s, they are part of the era that, that didn't like niggas. You know what I'm saying? Now, I have to compete with that. I have to compete with them now.
Okay.
I have to compete with them now. And which means that I'll have to probably lower my prices, in order to be what their price is, because they have access to endless supply of, well, I don't want to say that. Well, no, in the supply of immigrants that they can come in and do the job for less than what I pay my guys, and I pay my guys well. Everybody makes $25 an hour or better.
But
it's
Ron.
Yeah.
It sounds like you blame the immigrants for that.
Well, I don't blame the immigrants for it, but the Biden policy of just letting a flood of immigrants in, I know they have to work, they gotta live. I ain't shitting on them because they gotta live. I'm shitting on the policies that are being administered because it takes away from me.
But Ron, two things, Ron. Number one, I don't know that it's fair to hate on the immigrants, even though you say you're not, but you kind of are, even to hate on the policy, because those people who are hiring the immigrants, no matter how many of them come over here, they don't have to hire them. Like, if they're not legally able to be employed here, your problem is not with the policy of allowing immigrants to come in. Your problem is with the capitalists who hire those immigrants and pay them less than.
That shit burns me up about you. Wait. Oh, that shit burns me up about you. 10 million illegal immigrants from all over the world. And I ain't gonna even talk that shit because it's like talking to a wall.
But hold on, wait. I don't understand what the problem is with what I just said. What I just said is fundamentally sound. Your problem. Look, okay. You could put. Wait. Hold on. Let me.
If they wasn't here, it wouldn't be no competition.
But
it wouldn't be that competition.
Hold on.
Period. You can't make an excuse for that shit,
Ron. If people were following the law, that competition wouldn't affect you. So your problem is you could bring 10 billion Indians here, people from India, and say, boom, you're here. and they say, hey, I want to work for you. And I say, are you legally able to work here in the United States? And they say, no. And I say, well, I'm not going to hire you. It don't matter how many people you allow to come here. But the problem is the people hiring people that they shouldn't be, like Donald Trump hiring illegal immigrants.
All right. I mean, whatever. Like I said, it's like talking through a wall for me, talking to you, because you already got your mind made up. Trump is bad, Biden good.
I didn't say nothing about Trump being bad or Biden being good. You talked about basically capitalism and how capitalism is kicking your butt. Don't be mad at me because capitalism is kicking your butt.
Yeah, no, I ain't mad. Damn sure ain't mad at you.
Right.
But you just aggravate. I mean, shit, you just aggravate the shit out of me, because it's like I mean, it's like you just totally ignoring what the fuck is going on.
I'm not ignoring it. You're ignoring it.
Hold on.
Okay.
Now, when Donald Trump was president, and I can't believe you done got me on this shit. When Donald Trump was president, they was all leaning on the cages, AOC and all them motherfuckers. Oh, he's separating kids from their family and all that shit. Okay, so he got them in cages. Now, fast forward to right now. The same motherfucking children, 90,000 of these motherfuckers, 90,000, they held in cages, and they all missing. 90,000 of these motherfuckers. Ain't nobody saying shit. And the Biden policy is okay, because we don't want to fuck with Trump. We don't want to. He gonna be a dictator. Y'all, you fucking sick. Y'all sick. Y'all motherfuckers are no.
Wait a minute.
No.
I'm not understanding what. Hold on. What are we discussing right now? Are we discussing kids in cages?
All that bullshit that y'all putting online about but that bullshit about
I don't know what
me
we're talking about.
And wait a minute. I'm gonna tell you what we're talking about.
Okay.
Because see, you done shifted this shit.
What did I shift? All I said was that's capitalism, and it is.
Hold on. Okay. No. I'm not just looking. I'm not just looking. I'm not just talking about our conversation. I'm talking about everybody that be fucking around online, talking about Trump, my savior, and all that other bullshit. Y'all motherfuckers are sick. Y'all motherfuckers are sick. Totally ignore. Now, we won't talk about the immigrants just coming over here. We won't talk about these motherfuckers. Just talk about the 90,000. And you know. And y'all know.
Ron, what are we talking about?
These motherfuckers being tricked out. They know you, but they being tricked out.
What are we?
And you know they being tricked out.
Ron.
What?
How are you mad at the people being tricked out? You should be mad at the people who tricking people out.
I'm mad at these motherfuckers sitting here talking that shit, and the Biden, they sucking Biden dick, and then sitting here talking about me, Trump my savior, and all that other bullshit. I'm just sick of that shit. You sick motherfuckers. You won't complain about that shit.
Ron.
You won't complain about 90,000 kids being missing.
Ron.
But you would talk about me.
Ron.
Eat my ass.
Ron.
Fuck. I'm sorry. But I'm sick of that shit.
But Ron.
Motherfuckers.
Ron. Shouldn't your problem be not with the people getting tricked out, but the people trick them out? Not with the people, not with the people trying to live, but with the people hiring people who they're not legally allowed to hire.
They was in cages.
And you think that's good?
They was in cages when Trump was in office.
That's not good.
He ain't lose none of them.
Oh my God.
He got 1,500 kids that are still in custody with them.
That's
Oh,
not
well, they
having.
it might not be 1,500.
So you're comfortable with putting
They might have got tricked out too.
Ron. So you're comfortable with putting kids in cages. You think that's a good policy?
Ah, man, you know
I'm
what?
asking.
You know what? Yeah, that's some fuck shit, nigga.
You could
That's
say
some fuck
no.
shit, nigga.
I'm asking you.
know,
You
that's some
said
fuck-
it like that was a better alternative.
Yeah, because none of them went missing. Shit.
So then the
No,
answer is
look,
yeah. You
hey,
want to
I
see kids
said
in
yeah.
cages.
I said yeah, because none of them went missing.
Okay. Ron,
Shit.
calm down.
And man, look, hey man, it's some sick shit to totally ignore. I'm
Calm
cool.
down.
I'm cool.
Calm.
But it's some sick shit.
Hush, little
It's some
baby,
sick
don't
shit.
say a word. Mama's gonna buy you a mockingbird. Calm down. Calm down. Ron, here is what I don't understand where this went off the rails. You talked
Hey,
about
because they be talking that shit, and I can't stand that shit. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
okay. You talked about your company and the squeeze that your company is feeling from your perception based on the influx of what you call illegal immigrants, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but you're not mad at the people who are hiring the illegal immigrants.
Yes, I'm mad at them too. Yes, I'm mad at them
How
too.
mad are you at them?
I'm mad at it just as mad as I am with everybody else. The Biden administration.
All right, what about the fact, and this is just a question, just a thought,
Okay.
what about the fact that Trump is one of those people?
Oh, man.
Trump hired illegal immigrants.
Wait a minute. Now, y'all always say that, you know, what Biden did in the past was in the past, right? Right?
Well,
right?
everything in the past is in the past.
Right. Am I correct?
I'm not sure what the question is anymore.
When I said that he was his good friend and mentor was Robert Byrd, and he did his eulogy, a grand cyclops of the Ku Klux Klan. They said that's in the past. His record is in the past. I
didn't say that.
So
I didn't. Hold on, but I didn't say that.
Okay.
I can only speak for me.
I'm gonna say they. So when you tell me that he hired some illegal immigrants to work on his buildings in the 80s, I say, you know, kiss my ass with that shit, because what's in the past is in the past. So don't have me don't do that hypocrisy stuff with me. And like I said, you know, it ain't about. And if y'all, you know, even just took a smidgen of sense to be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. We got a nuclear sub 90 miles outside of Florida that's capable of sending hypersonic missiles. Okay? We got an immigration problem that's fucked up. No matter how you squeeze it, it's fucked up. The immigrants killing the motherfuckers left and right. Y'all, they don't see that shit. I watch all news. See, they don't show that shit on MSNBC like they do Fox.
Ron,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Ron, according to what I'm looking at now, apparently in August of 2015, Trump may have hired or had working at his Mar-a-Lago thing some illegal immigrants.
You said may have?
Yes.
You said may have.
Yes.
You said may have.
Yes.
May have.
I don't know how many times you want me to answer that question.
We'll kiss my ass. We'll kiss my ass with that shit. May have.
But
and that was when he was going to run for election. Come on, man, with that bullshit. Not like that. Okay.
Ron, I bring that up because I don't want to say for a fact that he did just based on some page that I'm reading. But I bring that up to ask the question that if you found out that in 2015 he hired illegal immigrants, would that matter to you?
Hey, no, because I'm looking for something else. And it's a trip. Like I said, get a smidgen. Get a smidgen. You know
what?
Get a smidgen of sense to look at exactly what's going on and what's going on with that administration. Do you know what September 5th is?
September 5th.
September 5th. Do you know what it is?
It's September 5th.
Yeah. See, September 5th.
I don't know what you're talking about. You just read something or whatever. You have something in your mind that says September 5th.
I'm going to walk you through something. I'm going to walk you through something.
Tell me what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm going to walk you through something.
Right.
September 5th is when Hunter Biden goes on trial for his taxes.
How was I supposed to pull that out the air?
Wait a minute. No. Hey, it was public news, just like it was public news to me. But hey, listen, I digress. Hey, September 5th is when he goes on trial for his taxes.
Okay.
Now, what's a trip is he's going on trial for $5 million that he didn't pay in taxes. Now, they have 10 businesses, all LLCs, to all different members of the Biden family. But those LLCs don't do anything. They don't provide a service. They don't provide a product. Nothing.
Okay, and
nothing.
And?
So see now they'll have to go through and see where the money is and where he got the money.
Didn't they already do this, Ron? Remember?
No.
Ron, hold on.
No. Okay.
You won't even let me get the question out?
Yeah. Hey, go ahead.
Okay. Remember earlier in the year when they had this big congressional investigation and y'all said, well, not y'all, I'm not going to put you in it, but people said that they are investigating all of these shell companies and they going to find the money and find out that Joe Biden was connected to it. And then they going to get Joe Biden and they going to impeach him and all of that kind of stuff. They've already done the investigation. What did they find out?
Hey, my man.
Yes, my man.
They didn't run. They didn't run the money.
Then what was the investigation if they didn't run the money? What were they investigating in Congress?
Listen.
I'm listening.
Listen.
I'm listening.
Listen.
I'm listening.
First of all, I remember when you said the laptop was Russian disinformation. Ooh, I remember.
I never
said
that.
Ooh.
No, I never said that.
God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Yahshua God. I remember when you said
I'll bet you
it was
Ron,
disinformation.
I'll bet you $1,000 right now. Ron, I will bet you $1,000 right now you cannot find any clip of me, and my shows are on it. Any clip of me telling you that the Russian laptop was Russian, or that the laptop was Russian disinformation. Do you want to take that bet?
Wait a minute.
Do you want to take the bet?
No, because if it's any different in just a word, you would say, "Oh, I ain't say that." No.
Right.
But you did
when you say people said stuff, you
should
should be able to say what they said.
Hey, so you ain't tell me that I don't know if that laptop real?
Oh no, I 100% told you that.
Okay. Now, and I told you, they done proved that. That's real.
But at that point, they hadn't proved it.
And I told you that.
No,
And
at
I
that
told you
point they
that.
had
And
not proved
yeah,
it. Now he's come out since and kind of admitted that,
hey,
but at that
hey,
point he had
what's the
not.
trip?
I
What's the trip?
We
What's the
got
trip?
different definitions of what proof is.
If you ain't noticed, everything that this motherfucker did, this Biden administration has done, has been coming to light. It's been coming to light.
Typically, everything that every administration does eventually comes to light.
Okay, yeah. And it's a trip. They got this old man in there. He was confused on the stage with Obama. Obama had to
I don't know what we're talking about now. What are we talking about?
Yeah. No, I'm talking about the fact that, you always try to, hit me with all that shit with Trump and all that other shit. And really,
Ron,
I'm just playing by.
Hold on, Ron. Before you finish that, let me say something. Because I don't think that you and maybe a lot of other people understand what I'm doing. I'm not trying to convince you that Trump is bad and Biden is good, or that Biden is good and Trump is bad, or, vice versa. I'm not trying to convince you of that. All I'm doing, because here is one of the problems that I have when I hear a lot of people talk about stuff. Our definitions of what a fact is not the same. Our definitions of what proof is not the same. Heck, our definition of what a receipt is not the same a lot of times. So people say, oh, this is a fact. And then you say, how is it a fact? And they say, well, they proved it. And you say, well, how did they prove it? Well, I believe it. You believe in something does not make it a fact or proven.
Okay, yeah, but
all I'm doing is I'm asking questions to solidify, at least in my mind, where you're coming from. I'm not telling you you're wrong. I'm not telling you you're off base. I'm not calling you crazy, even though sometimes, I want. But I is trying to clarify for me and for the listeners where the information that you put out is coming from and whether or not it is proven to be a fact or whether it's just something that you believe.
What did I just say that wasn't truthful? What is it?
It's not a matter of truthful or not, because if you believe it and you say, I believe this, that's not untruthful.
No, what are you saying? What are you saying that I say it that is untruthful?
Again,
that's what you're implying.
Again, it's not a matter of truth. Here's something that you said.
That's what you're implying.
Can I answer?
Well, that's what you're implying.
Can I answer?
So tell me what it is.
May I answer? Here is something that you said that's not truthful. You said at that time it was proven. It was a fact that was. Yeah. Can I get the answer out?
Yeah.
You said it was a fact and it was proven that was his laptop. But at that point, it wasn't proven. Just like you keep talking about, it's proven that LBJ said this horrible quote, which again, I believe he probably did. But it's not. Where is the proof? That's what I'm saying. To say something is proven.
You want me to be in the room. You want me to be in the room.
I don't want you to be in the wrong. I want you to be careful about your words, because words actually matter.
We can't do nothing. And see, you smart.
Words matter.
No. Hey, you smart. You smart. And what's the trip is? You just don't know. When people be hearing us talk, they'll, feel like that, I have out against you, that you ain't me and you ain't cool. But see, we are cool. And I don't have no out against you. And what's the trip is, you are important. Like when I sent Lincoln that email and you was at the station and you played that breaking my heart shit, you remember? You remember, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you know, and what I said was, and I don't think I said it um, openly, and Lincoln tried to fix it up to what he wanted to fix it up. But I'm going to tell you,
All right.
like I told Lincoln, you know, you know, you are important.
Okay.
And I told Lincoln that he's going to retire soon. And you don't have no obligation to nobody but you. Right now, you your own man. You work for yourself and all that shit. And
Okay.
you are important. Policy and words are important,
Yes.
like you said.
Yes.
And people gonna listen to you. They'll you know dog me out all day and listen to you say the same fucking thing, just like they do white.
But you know, but at least
You know,
look, I can only speak for me. I think here is one of the differences. I try. I'm not flawless, mostly, but I try to be specific. You know, if I say something is a fact, I try to make sure that it's a fact. If I say something is proven, I try to make sure it's proven. If I don't know, then I say I'll believe, or just like I was saying, you know, it's possibly that he had illegal immigrants working for him in 2015. Because I'm not gonna say because I'm reading it on a website. It's proven. That's not proof to me.
But okay,
And I think
yeah,
people
but see,
hear that.
well. Now let me use that for an example.
Okay.
You said he may had immigrants may have had illegal immigrants working for him in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Would it change your mind? See, that was a dig at me voting for Trump. That was.
No. It was a no.
And see,
No. Hold on. No, let me
okay.
clear that up
All right.
because I don't want you to think that.
You
What
don't-
that
you
was,
don't want to be honest, man.
no, Ron, what that was I was asking about your consistency because I had asked you earlier whether or not you were mad at the people who hire illegal immigrants, and you said just as mad as the Biden administration. So what I was asking you was, I want to see how consistent you are. If this man did what this website says that he may have done, how does your anger square with that? It wasn't a dig at you. I wanted your genuine take on it, because if I tell you I don't like people who do this, and then you say, well, this person did that, well, I like that person, that shows some inconsistency there. So that's what I was trying to figure out. If he did, how do you square that? Either way, you're not wrong. You got a right to feel however you want to feel, but it's a fair question to say, if you're just as mad at the administration that you want to see out of office, mainly because of the immigration issue, or that's one of the major issues for you, then if the guy that you want to see in office contributed to that problem, you should equally be, according to you, even more angry with him. So it's just testing your consistency, not a dig at you, because you got a right to feel how you feel.
Okay. So, has black folk, well, you know, the issue with Bramble Park, the issue in the world right now, period, has black folk. What you think we need to do? What do black leaders,
Ron,
ain't nobody offered us nothing. Wait,
Ron,
Republicans, yes.
I think I got to run.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. I appreciate your call. Call me back. We'll talk about that.
All right.
All right. Sorry. Brent, B-Rab, y'all could call in now. But yeah, I people always think I'm trying to trick them. I'm not trying to trick you. I'm trying to see where you stand on an issue. How passionate are you actually about the issue? Or are you saying this because you think that it plays in the favor of your candidate. That's why I ask those questions. Not to who I got you. No, just, and then you can say, well, like he said, but even if he did, that was the past. Like, okay, there's some merit, at least in my mind. There's some merit to that. So I'm not trying to trick y'all. I'm asking for understanding. I want to understand your position, how passionate you are about it, and how consistent you are. That's it. Brent.
Nuclear subs, LLCs, you can't talk about the past. Goodness. Mazel tov. I think that was the last thing that Ron had hit on. But since we are late in the time, we'll jump right into it. It's time for the wrestling report.
And I missed the pay-per-view.
This time we're at the Clash of the... You missed the pay-per-view.
I missed it.
All right.
Hold on. Let me just say this before you go into that. Of course, I missed it. Saturday, I was at the Juneteenth celebration in Eden Park. And for everybody who came out, I appreciate y'all. My band performed there Saturday evening, and it was a nice little crowd out there. And I appreciate everybody who came out and supported the band. But go ahead.
Oh, did you have T-shirts for sale?
I had T-shirts. We gave some away. I didn't sell them, but I threw them out to the crowd.
When are you gonna get that website up and running?
I'm ashamed. Because it should have been up and running. So I'm ashamed of myself. I'm slacking. I don't know exactly, but it'll be soon. I give you my word right now. It'll be soon.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll forego the wrestling report until you confirm with me Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday that you have actually watched the Clash of the Castle. There are a couple of things.
I watched a few of the recaps. So.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So we'll jump into it quickly then. So we had Cody versus AJ Styles was out the gate for the WWE Undisputed title in an I Quit match. Which for I Quit matches, it was a basic I Quit, which the end came when Cody had handcuffed AJ to the ring ropes and threatened to hit him with the stairs. And AJ, I quit. So it was like, it was a basic match. The Christian Cage versus Adam Copeland AEW match, I Quit match was way better than this one.
Okay.
But at the end of the match, as Cody is going back, the new head of the table, Solo Sikoa, came out there, and then the Guerrillas of Destiny jumped him. But then Randy Orton and who was that? Kevin Owens came out to make the save. So it was an all right match, nothing special. Next you had the women's tag team title, what was it, the three-way match. And I don't even know the girls that won. It was over in Scotland, so you had it, soccer crowd with all the cheers and chants and everything. But what's their name? Alba Fire and Shayna.
Yeah, whoever them.
Isla Dawn, whoever. I still don't know who they are, but they won, and there was supposed to be a botch from Bianca Belair to where she looked like she may have been tapping out when she was getting choked out. I don't know if she was getting choked out for real, was trying to tell her girl, hey, loosen it up a little bit. But I wasn't expecting that for them to lose. But
no,
maybe
I wasn't expecting that either.
I think one of the ladies, unfortunately, her mother had passed. So folks were saying that it, got the belts because her mother passed, and that happens in wrestling. It happened in AEW when one of them boys, can't think of their name right now. ROH longtime tag team champions. When one of the brothers died, the other brother won the ROH title. So I don't have a problem with it. I doubt if they hold it very long. So it was cool. What do we want to get to? I want to jump to the main event because the other matches, nothing really happened in those matches. But you had Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre for the other world belt, essentially the Raw belt. And did you see the clips when Damien tried to jump over the top rope but got his leg caught in the rope and was hanging upside down, which seemed like a minute or so.
Yes, I did.
That was those ropes were super loose, and you typically only see ropes loose like that when they do the spot to where the person gets their arms caught in the ropes, and then they catch a beat down. But during the match and after the match, it really looked like his knee was knee or leg or whatever it was hurt big time. So, hopefully he's okay. Even at the press conference afterwards, because I had my sons were over and then one of their friends was over, so we had to watch the post match scrum, media scrum that they had there. So, but hopefully he's all right, because it may be another a champion, another part of Judgment Day that has to vacate their title. Hopefully it's not the case because of an injury that occurred during one of the matches. So, but it was an all right pay-per-view. They only had like 12,000 there, which is small, but they made the most money out of even their last pay-per-view over in Germany. 4-1, but they're able to pack them in there. Those fans are Rabbit fans, and they have all the little chants and everything. So it's and I don't blame them for making that money. Go overseas, make that money. I would have at least 4 to 5 pay-per-views a year, including the 2 Saudi ones where they're getting goo gobs of money.
Yeah.
Even though it may have some blood bits from a U.S. journalist tied up in that money, but. Hey, if you are down with them, hey, make that money. It's a capitalist society. You do what you want to do. But that's pretty much it. And I forgot to tell you a few weeks ago that I know you were busy last week and everything, but just remember, Manuel, as long as you have King Jesus, you don't need nobody else. All right.
Okay. All right.
You have a good one.
Brett, you do the same. All right. 513-717-5464. That's the number to get on board. I got a few more minutes. Speaking of Donald Trump being in Detroit. There was a big shooting up in Detroit. Hold on, where is that story? There was a big shooting up in Detroit. I forget, was it 9 people? Oh no, let me see. At least 9 wounded in a Detroit suburb. And I'm doing this for a reason. An 8-year-old is in critical condition. 9, I've heard people do this. And I want to show y'all how ridiculous it is when you combine things that have nothing to do with one another. Like, because this candidate went here and then a year later something tragic happened there. And, if that candidate hadn't went there, then that wouldn't have happened. And how ridiculous would it be for me to say, hey, Donald Trump was in Detroit and there was a shooting in a Detroit suburb where 9 people got shot. An 8-year-old was in critical condition. If Donald Trump hadn't been in Detroit, then that 8-year-old wouldn't be in critical condition. But I keep hearing nonsense like that. I heard it about a number of Democratic candidates. I really want us to stop. Just because I want it don't mean it's going to happen. But I really want us to stop doing stuff like that. If you can't make a case for your candidate, okay? If you can't make a case for your candidate, you can't make a case for your candidate. But don't use some nonsense to make a case for or against the other candidate. It's not one particular person that I'm talking about. because I've heard it on a lot of platforms out of Cincinnati and otherwise. Stop tying nonsense together to make your point about your guy or your girl or against the other guy. Donald Trump being in Detroit had nothing to do with that shooting. And it would be absolutely ridiculous. I was just going to do it and then let people tell me how ridiculous it was. But I couldn't even bring myself to try to tie it all together because it doesn't make sense. And it doesn't make sense when y'all do it either. So if we could stop doing stuff like look, you don't like Biden. Okay, don't like Biden. But you should have some real reasons why you don't like Biden. There should be some real reasons. Not, oh, he was here and then a year later it was a terrorist attack here. I want to stop hearing stuff like that. I want to stop hearing stuff like that. It don't make sense. It makes you sound, well, it don't make sense. So let's stop doing nonsense like that. I think it's a fair argument against Trump. Because again, I'm clear, I'm not going to vote for Trump. I think Trump is a danger to our democracy. I think he's an overall horrible human being. I think he's a terrible hypocrite. But somebody could probably make those same arguments about Joe Biden. And I don't know that I would have a whole lot of argument against that. But I don't think Joe Biden, to my knowledge, has ever outwardly and openly tried to overthrow the government. Has ever outwardly and openly said that he wants to be a dictator. Even if he just said it for a day. And even if he said it just because he was asked a question. Like, that don't make it better. Like, oh, I only admitted that I wanted to be a dictator because you asked me. But you still admitted it. So it don't matter why. What precipitated it? You did it. And you've shown signs of it. I get that if you are pro-Trump, you think people are making a big deal about nothing. And you might be right. You might be right. It's possible. Maybe he was just joking. He's a horrible human being, so it stands to reason that, you know, sometimes he has a horrible sense of humor, and that was just him trying to be funny. I don't know that I personally would make that joke after trying to overthrow the government. But different people think different things is funny. But you can find a reason why you don't like whatever. Can we try to ground some of this stuff in reality? Some of it. Every once in a while. Like, okay, this person actually said this, so whatever. Joe Biden actually talked about, you know, all of these drug laws and all that kind of stuff, and he seems a little bit less resolute about that stuff now that his son was a crackhead. Seems hypocritical to me. I give you that. But me, I do not believe that Joe Biden's goal, especially at 81, is to overthrow the government so that he can be a dictator. I genuinely believe that about Donald Trump. And it's not just some weak, whack-ass excuse to not like Donald Trump. I don't need an excuse to not like the guy. He's, you know, not likable. But I really believe it. I believe based on the evidence that we've seen of his personality, of what he did when he lost, and what he's claimed that he wants to do. I truly believe that that man is a danger, a threat to this nation. And I believe, I'm trying to figure out how to put it so that it don't just sound, I believe he's a threat to the nation. And I believe that once you get maybe to a certain point as a nation, there's a great number of people who think that what's all that propaganda type stuff that they be saying about the founding fathers and this great experiment can't be undone. Hey, we've been rocking it like this for 200 some odd years. We gonna be straight. One man can't do nothing about it. And oh no, it's too much stuff in place to keep that from happening. Y'all just being paranoid because y'all don't like him. Y'all just been paranoid because y'all don't like him. Because there's an arrogance sometimes that happens. What do you call it? I'm drawing a blank. I had 17th degree COVID. When people get so comfortable with the way a thing is working that they think nothing can happen to derail it. And if I look at this guy, and if Donald Trump had his way, he would legit be complacency. He would legit be a dictator. And then he would pass it on to his son, maybe. I'm not sure that he like his son, but that's just me talking. I don't really know if that man like his son. Pass it on to his son, and then his son's son, and we would have kings, and he would be able to dictate whatever. And because he's a little on the wacky side, like Donald Trump, he really don't seem all that stable to me. I know he says he's a stable genius, but he seems the exact opposite of a stable genius. Whatever that would be, he seems like the exact opposite of a stable genius. And if you don't believe me, if you don't agree with my assessment, it's just my assessment. It's just my assessment. But a man who has already tried to overthrow the government once and failed, and has been, okay, let me say this, because I want to retract a little bit of what I said. I do think he's a genius in a way. Like, I don't think he's like conventionally smart. Like, knows a lot of words and all of that kind of stuff. I don't think he's conventionally smart. But I think he's very skilled at, I'm going to say, tricking people, getting people to bend to his will. And they say, well, he's charismatic. I don't see charisma. But apparently, tens of millions of people see charisma when they watch it. When I see him up there talking, I hear what sounds almost like a bumbling idiot. I'm not saying he's a bumbling idiot, but I hear what sounds almost like a bumbling idiot. But I also understand that he might just be, I'm mixing it, as they say, crazy like a fox. Like, he understands that if I portray myself as a bumbling idiot up here, and I kind of ramble and say all of this stuff, it seems folksy to people, and it's disarming. And so people won't really believe that I'm trying to do what I'm trying to do because they don't hear and receive me in that way because I don't seem intelligent. Because I don't know big words and use big words. And there are a lot of people, all them people in their trailers, donating $5. I be watching YouTube. And on some of these videos, you know, it drives me crazy when they break in with the commercials and it's Donald Trump or Donald Trump's son or, you know, whatever, talking about, you know, if you can just donate 25, 15, 10, 5, even $1 to help my dad. And I'll be like, why are y'all asking these trailer park people to donate their last dollar to Trump when he's supposed to be a billionaire? And you got hundreds of millions of dollars for your campaign. Not that Biden won't do the same thing, but I don't know. It's just, it drives me crazy to see it. But these trailer people, I'm calling them trailer people. That sounds disrespectful and dismissive. These trailer people who support Trump without, I'm rambling, y'all, and I'm about to go. But I like Jordan Klepper and people who do things like what Jordan Klepper do. If you don't know what Jordan Klepper does, he shows up at like Trump rallies and he asks questions of Trump supporters. And sometimes he tricks them. Like he'll ask them about a policy or something. Do they think that would they vote for someone who said this? And they'll say something, you know, he'll claim he's talking about Biden. Would you vote for Joe Biden said this? Would you vote for that guy? And they go bonkers. Oh no, he's a traitor. That's treasonous. That's this, that's that, that's that. And then he'd be like, oh no, I'm sorry. That was Trump who said that. Oh, well, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, it only makes sense that you would feel that way. And you're like, hold on. I thought those words were treasonous. Well, they're treasonous if they're the guy that I don't like. And these are they believe without question. And then when you say to them everything that you've said and that you feel and that you believe, which is kind of where I was going with you, Ron. Kind of where I was going with you. You're mad at people who hire illegals. But what if your guy hired illegals? Well, I mean, if he did that, then that would be okay. You know, you didn't say that. But that would have shown me some level of inconsistency, and you're just blindly following. Again, you didn't say that. But there are those people who would. And so when he gets up there, what looks like stumbling and bumbling to me, they relate to that because they don't know no big words either. They're mad. You know, they don't like illegal immigrants. He's talking about illegal immigrants. They mad because they ain't got no money. Even though he's claiming he's got all of this money, but somehow he speaks for them. They're mad. You know what I'm saying? Like he finds a way to relate to these people who he doesn't really relate to. And it works for him. It works for him. So yes, he can stand there and say, I want to be a dictator. And they're like, yeah, he should be. Y'all, I'm not even making this up. They were asking people about whether or not, you know, somebody should be a dictator on one of these videos. I think it was Luke Beasley, but I'm not 100% sure. They were asking them about, you know, what about a dictator? What about somebody who said he wanted to be a dictator? Would you vote for? Joe Biden said that he wants to be a dictator. And they're like, oh, no, that's terrible. Oh, no. But given the exact quote that Trump said, oh, no, that's horrible. See, that's a traitor. He needs to be strung up. He needs to be this. He needs to be that. And they're like, oh, no, that was Donald Trump. Well, I think maybe he needs to be a dictator. We need that in this country now. Promise y'all you can look it up and you can find it. The videos are all over the place. I don't know what he does, which is why I'm very hesitant to call him an idiot. Because he has a skill. And my fear is these people believe that this nation is so protected and that nothing can happen to upset the fabric of this democracy, that he'll get in and people, oh, you really think people will let him do that? Oh, you really think people will let him do this? Oh, you really think people will let him do that? He's blatantly saying it out loud to roaring, thunderous cheers. So if they will cheer when he says he's going to do it, because somehow he has them, because he's so charismatic. If they'll cheer when he says what he's going to do, what do you think they'll do when he starts to implement it? They'll make excuses for why it's okay, and next thing you know, that's why I can't vote for that guy. Because I don't want to get to next thing you know. But I'm not here to tell you not to vote for him. Twin, Ron, and, the others who are on here who are, for him. I'm not here to tell you not to vote for him. I'm being honest with y'all when I ask the questions that I ask. I'm trying to get insight. I'm really trying to get insight. What I've learned that a lot of people do when they realize that, how do you say it? When people realize that they've been caught, as they like to say, they've been tricked, they've been trapped, they like to abandon the conversation. Like a lot of times when they do that, and what would you think about this? And Biden said this. What do you think about that? Oh, he's a traitor. Oh no, that was actually Trump. Oh, well, that's great. And then once hold on, but I thought you said, well, I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this, and they run because they don't want to confront their hypocrisy. They don't want to confront the fact that they've been, as somebody just put, hoodwinked. So they abandon the conversation. I don't want to talk. I'm not going to argue it. I'm not going to debate it. I'm not going that. I think that's intellectually disingenuous. Oh, let me say one other thing. I know I said I got to go, and I do. I had to go. I got to get out there and cut that grass, but that won't be till about 8 o'clock. Let me say this. I think it's I'm going to be careful with my wording. I don't think it's the wisest thing to suggest that somebody got paid for Trump to come and talk in Detroit. I don't have a problem with Trump going to Detroit to talk to black people, even though I saw a picture or two and it didn't look like very many black people there, but maybe I was looking at the wrong picture. I have to go back and see if I can, but I don't even, to come to a black church, somebody ain't got to be bribed and all that kind of stuff. If it's okay for Biden to go talk to a black church, it's okay for Trump to go talk to a black church. And the idea that, if Trump talks to a black church, that means somebody got paid. Like that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. We shouldn't necessarily do that. We shouldn't do that. Maybe they did, but maybe they get paid when Biden comes. My main issue, because look, you got people who can run down all the great stuff that Joe Biden has done. And you got people who can run down stuff that they say Trump has done. But we saw Trump try to overthrow the government, him and his supporters. We saw him encourage people to go try to overthrow the government so that he could stay in power. We saw it with our own eyes. I was broadcasting live when they start breaking through barricades and assaulting police officers. I was on the air. I saw it with my own eyes. So then to follow up with, I don't want to be a dictator for a day. You don't want to be a dictator for a day. You want to be a dictator. And even your view of what a dictator is, it's like a childish view. I don't know what drives the man. I really don't. I don't know that I necessarily want to find out with him being a dictator. And to me, that's the difference. You can say everything else. Joe Biden's a racist. Well, so is Donald Trump. Joe Biden's not good on the economy, and neither is Donald Trump. Joe Biden wanted to do that. Donald Trump wanted to do some stuff too. They both got to get Congress to do whatever it is that they want to do. In my mind, one of them want to be a dictator and overthrow this government. The other doesn't. I'm going to go with the dude who don't. I'm not always one of those, the lesser of two evil guys. I'm not always one of those guys. But in this case, I'll take the lesser of the two evils. I'll take the guy who has not attempted and openly stated that he wants to overthrow the government and or be a dictator. So that's where I stand on it. If you're ever wondering where I stand on it right now, that's where I stand on it. That's why I'm asking the questions that I'm asking the questions. That's why I'm asking the questions that I'm asking. Because also part of me, I just want to understand what y'all seeing. I just want to understand what are y'all seeing to make y'all so dedicated to this guy. But all right, y'all, I got to get out of here. I just, everybody always think I'm trying to trick them and trap them and play mind games and play word games and, you know, obfuscate and make jokes out of stuff and, you know, throw out red herrings and all of that kind of stuff. I'm not doing any of that. The issues that I bring up, at least to me, makes sense. I do think it's important, the difference between something being factual and something being your opinion. Something being something you believe, something being something that's proven. I think that stuff is important. When you say stuff like, oh, this has been proven, people give that, because they're not going to necessarily go look it up. People give that a lot of credibility just because you said it was proven. Okay, I'm going off though in just a second, so I will. Oh, okay, I'll do that. I'll do it right now. All right, y'all, I got to do something for my daughter. I don't even remember what I was saying because that always ends up taking precedence. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I was talking about some of the questions that I ask. They don't necessarily go to the overall point. They go to the reasoning behind the point, which is important, at least to me. If you're using it for your proof or your receipt, then let's test it. So-and-so said this, and that proves this. Hold on, so-and-so is a known liar. Well, I don't want to get bogged on that little point. My overall point is this. But that point is what proved that point. So if we know that person is a liar, where's your other proof that solidifies the point that you're making? I'm not just trying to throw stuff in there for no reason. I want us to be reasonable with all of that stuff. I can prove that this happened because so-and-so said this, but so-and-so is a liar. Well, you're just trying to confuse everybody about the point. No. I'm trying to get another point of reference to prove the point. That's reasonable. Y'all, I gotta go. Do this for this little girl. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I won't see y'all tomorrow, but I will see y'all on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I do believe. All right. Thank y'all again. As always, be the reason that somebody smiles today. Till next time. I'm out, y'all. Peace.